So let me explain how do you do the remaining objects that you want to work on. One of them, there are 3 objects left. Okay? There are 3 objects left. One object is this beam, the high beam. In this case, again, I don't want you to do it the way I did it here, where all of them is just one single object. I want them to be 4 different beams and leave the opening for the pillars open. You can join things there later on, but just leave it open. So the other thing is this upper platform that is happening just about 1.5 to 2 meters before you get to the top. And then the third thing are these 2 wooden beams that are placed here. You want to draw these 2 wooden beams too. So how do you do those 3? I want to start with the upper beams. The upper beams have some specific things to teach you. So let us just go and do the upper beams now. Go back to Fusion 360. Here, I want to do the beam on this side. Once I do, I will do 2 of the 4. Once I've done 2 of the 4, it will be easy for you to do the remaining ones. I want to do the upper one at this height here. And I'm going to use the profile here. So I'm going to create an extrude. And I'm going to select this profile. Now, I've selected that profile. And it says, where do I start from? Here, I don't want you to start from the profile plane. I want you to start from an offset plane. And the offset plane is 5,800. And it is one side, and it is going to be extruded through a distance of 110 millimeters. So let's all say, okay. Let's see where it is now. So you can see where it is. It is a beam based on this profile, but the beam doesn't start from, it's starting from an offset. You move 5,800 up before you count the 110. That is why it is here. Now the question is, how can I do the same beam here? I can do it by just using this plane. It will work very well. I can say create extrude. And then where is the profile? I can select profile plane and let this be the profile plane. And here there's no need for offsetting now. It's starting from the profile plane and it's just going through a distance of 110. 110, and that is it. Okay, no, there's a problem. I allowed it to join. I don't want it to join. Let me edit the feature. Instead of join, I want to select new body. So, okay. So it is a new body. Now, but suppose I want to still use the plane of this lower beam instead of the plane of the wall. Can I do it? The answer is yes. In order to see that, let us cancel what I've just done. Cancel it. Control Z. The first thing I do is to hide this wall. This wall is component. Let's see what component it is. I think it's maybe this component. Yes. I can switch it off. I've hidden that wall. The wall is still there, but it is hidden. Because it is hidden, I now have access to this profile. So I can come here again and say create an extrusion from this profile. I'm creating an extrusion from this profile, and I am starting not from the profile plane, but from the offset plane at 5,800. And I'm going through a distance of 110. So let us see it now. So you can see, let me see whether I made a mistake of joining again. I made that mistake frequently, so you should avoid it. Sorry. So I want to edit it. I want to edit this feature. Edit. Edit feature. I don't want to join, I want a new body. Okay, so after doing that, I can now go back and switch on that wall. So you can see, I can go remove the wall from view, use the profile at the bottom of the wall, create my beam using an offset plane. And then after I have done that, I can then come back and say, well, look, I want you to, after you have done that, I want you to restore that plane, and it is restored. So the next thing we would do is to go to the original drawing, and then we want to create this, terrace. We want to create this terrace here. And to create this terrace, let us assume that it's a 5 millimeters thick metal that we have used there, and it is of this shape, approximately. We can do that with 2 rectangles or whichever way we want. There are several ways we can do it. We can create the profile, or we can just use, the simplest way is to use 2 rectangles. But let us just go back and do the needful here. So you get to the Fusion 360. We are going to create an extrusion. We are going to create a sketch, first of all. We're going to create a sketch, and that sketch on a construction plane. But before we can create a sketch on a construction plane, we have to create the construction plane itself. So construct an offset plane. So if we want to construct an offset plane, we can say we want to construct an offset plane based on this plane here. And we want it to be at a distance of minus 1,800 millimeters. So if it is at minus 1,800 millimeters, where is it? So it is somewhere below it, at about 1.8 meters below it. So if I now say create a sketch, that sketch will be created at this plane. So creating that sketch, I can come here now, move this thing to the middle so that I can see what I'm doing. I can create 2 rectangles. Oh no, I don't want to create that type of rectangle. I can create a 2-point rectangle. So I can create one like this. Oh, no. Create a 2-point rectangle. Create rectangle, 2-point. With like 1.2 all across, with about 1.25 or 1.2 something there. That is the rectangle. Okay, let us say this is 1300. No. 1300, and then this one is 3600. Why is it reaching? That is too much. Minus 110. 3600 minus 110 will be 3490. This is 3490. 3490. 3490. That's okay. So that is one rectangle. I can create another rectangle, another 2-point rectangle. I can start from this edge here. Rectangle, 2 points, starting from this edge here, and then ending at this edge. At this edge here. So I have these 2 rectangles, and once I finish the sketch, I can now do an extrusion to get that. Create an extrude. This one and this one. And I can start from the profile plane one side. I can do maybe 3 millimeters even, could be enough. And I'm creating a new, not a cut now, I'm creating a new component. That is it. So that creates, you can take a look at it from top. That is that profile there. That is that terrace that is occurring at about 1.8 meters below the top. So we have showed how to create the terrace and how to create 2 of the beams. So you can finish the remaining beams as you want. So the only thing left now are those 2 wooden bars. So let us go back to the origin and start again. To create the wooden bar, the wooden bars are about 3 inches would be in millimeters, would be like 7.5 millimeters by 7.5 by 10, 7.5 by 10, 7.5 centimeters by 10. So that is 75 by 110. Yes, 75 by 110. That's not too big. Let's just make it 50-50, just to make sure. You can do your measurement, or I can give you an exact measurement. You can take a measurement as you like, but I think 110 is too big. So let us have first of all, create a sketch. And the sketch is on this face, no? Undo. Create a sketch. Surface, okay. Now I can create a sketch, and then I can do a center rectangle around this point. Let it be 110 by, no, 75 by 110. 75 by 10. So that is the rectangle there. And I can create another one around here. Create a 2.2. We can even just mirror it. Can create a mirror of this rectangle. Along the z-axis. So we turn on the origin and we choose the z-axis. Okay. So it is there. And then once it is there, I can now finish my sketch and then make it bigger. I can now create an extrusion. Select 1, 2, and distance, let us say distance of 3,600. Did I get that right? No. Also, select one profile. We're not putting, we are creating a new body. Okay. And we're going through a distance of 3,600. Say, okay, but it's wrong. Let me just see what we have created. This is not what I mean. Undo. Create an extrusion. Profile. New body. And it is at minus 3,000. Minus 3,600. That's it. And then we can go back and edit the graphics. Say edit. And then we can do a press pull. Select. It's distance of minus 3600. And it's not a cut, but a new body. That's okay. So if we do look at those two, let me see. I can't find the second. I can't find that second wood. So I'm having difficulty with this, but let us do it. Let me do it one more time. Here, I want to create. Let me see it. I want to. Oh, okay. I think I know where it is. So if I go, let's see. Let's see it now. Okay, so the wood is there. Now I have seen an error in the dimensioning. I use 110 for the sizes of the pillars. That's why they are thin. If you compare the pillars we have there and the pillars I have there, you can see that the one here are thick pillars, the other ones are very, very, very narrow and slender. I think the problem came from my dimension. Here, these are 11 inches, not 11 centimeters. So I use 11 centimeters instead of 11 inches. So if you choose 11 inches for the dimension of the beams and columns, the thing is going to look like this. But if you convert those 11 inches to millimeters before you use them. But here, you are having 11 centimeters for the dimension of the beam. So every object that we have here has been recreated in the graphics we have. So what you are supposed to do now is to do this drawing and then make a suggestion as to how what we should do to solve the problem that we had here. And but complete your own drawing with the corrections I've made. Correction is that instead of the dimension here, the dimension of the pillars and beams to be 11 centimeters, which is 110 millimeters, it should be like 300 millimeters because they should be 11 inches. That should be closer to 300 millimeters. So they will be thicker like this. So this is the kind of drawing you are aiming at. So try and do your own so that it looks like this. So remember that in doing this drawing, let me just do a quick review for you. Remember that in each case, to get the 4 original pillars, you just did the sketches on the XY plane and do your double mirroring. After doing the double mirroring, you have the 4 pillars. Now, after that, you get the edges of those pillars and you offset it to create the profiles for the beams. After that, on each beam, you can create a wall. After that, at the connection between 2 beams, you can create an upper pillar. And each time you create something new, plane. And so that's just all. And when you want to create the upper terrace, you have to first of all construct an offset plane. To construct an offset plane, you need to just choose a plane and say by how much it should be offset from that plane. Either plus or minus. If it is above it, it's plus. If it is below it, it's minus. So you can just start a new drawing on any offset plane. Whenever you want to do a sketch, you must have a plane in the mind to do the sketch on. So that is your tutorial class for today. I hope we have improved your knowledge of sketching and the things you can do with it. Sketching and extrusion are the 2 main things we did this week. Please, whether we continue or not, can I have your assurance that you can practice all the things we have done and you will get better at these things by the time we come back? Can I have your assurance for that? Continue or not, you can see that there is a lot you can learn. I hope you can see that there's a lot to learn. There's a lot you can play with. So this is just a very simple example. Okay, so take all the things, please go through your notes again. Go through the slides, the videos that I've asked you to watch. Go through all of them. And after you have gone through all of them, because until you do something, you have not done anything with it, you just think you know, but you don't. So, and the more you try, the more mistakes you make and you correct yourself, then the more you really become confident that you can use it. You can use it to illustrate anything you can think about. You can put it in a graphical form and you can explain from one professional to another, and you can see all. We are going to move on to how you use this for simulation and design, but it's only after the next thing will be to be able to draw it, to do it graphically, and then after that we use it for analysis, simulation, and design. So that is what we are going to do. So I think at this point we are basically done for the day. So I wish you a happy election week. I hope you have enough money to travel home. And so make sure you have your PVC and you vote. Bye-bye.